For today's movie review, I'll be reviewing the movie We Are the Strain. Never heard of it? Now, because it never made a theatrical release, it became more of a release to the internet than the theater. And essentially, the person who made this film dubs himself M. Strange. And he has his own YouTube channel, which basically is filled with experimental animations. And basically, We Are the Strange is his first full-length feature film. Now, the plot of We Are the Strange is essentially about these two outcasts. One of them being a woman who has some form of disease which she's trying to cope with, and the other one being a boy, like an orphan of some sort. And the two of them befriend each other, and essentially try to go to this ice cream shop, but along the way, basically enter this city filled with horrible monsters, and they try to fight their way to this ice cream shop. It's a weird plot, although there's a lot more to the whole plot, but that's the general gist of the story. Okay, so what I liked about the film has a very interesting variety of animations, because it's not all one animation, it's like several animated things put together, like, oh, some parts of it are CGI, some parts of it are green screen, some parts of it 2D animation, some parts of it are claymation, stop motion, the whole 9 yards. It's very interesting how you incorporate these different styles of animated techniques into one film. And the overall, scenery is very grim and sinister. Kind of a dark fantasy. I like these are dark fantasies. The story, I just like the general, plot of fighting a bunch of monsters to get to this whole ice cream parlor. I just find it to be really funny. Don't know if that's just me, but I think the only problem I had with the film really was the first several minutes of the film, because it sets up all the characters and their backgrounds, and I felt that this could have been a bit faster, but it picks up from there on end. And also, this has to do with more of the characters than the actual plot itself. Their voices. It's one of those things where I can understand some of the words they say, but I can't at some points, because the way their voice is projected, it sounds very computerized. Like, the version I watched had at least subtitles, but I found the voices themselves to be somewhat distracting, depending on what the character is. Now, the characters in this movie are very interesting, because aside from each one being a different form of animation, you mainly get focused on two characters throughout the whole movie. One of them being Blue and the other one being Em. Blue is essentially this woman who's got this mysterious disease that she tries to cope with, and the other character, Em, is essentially like this living doll. He doesn't speak, but he makes a lot of noise, and basically the two main characters meet up with one another, and they basically develop a brother-sister type of relationship. Then comes, I think, my favorite character of the whole film, Rain. He's kind of mysterious, but the thing that makes him cool is that he's like a vigilante superhero, and basically fights these really bizarre monsters throughout the whole movie. It's pretty chill too. Same with his partner. His partner's pretty comical. I forget what his partner is called, but he was pretty comical. As for the main villain of the film, you don't really see him that much. You only see him at the start and end of the movie, but when you do, he's just very, I don't know how to describe him. It was very macho. Too macho for his own good. I think our only real problem with all these characters was their voices, like I said earlier, because when they speak, they sound very computerized. Now, for my final verdict of the film, pretty much I like the different styles of animations that are used in this film, and the plot, the first several minutes is a bit slow, but sets up the characters, but it picks up afterward. And as for the characters themselves, they're all very interesting. I'll put that much. Don't know if it's for the good or the worse, but they're all very interesting. I could actually, keep up with the characters. Now, before I give my final rating, what does everyone else have to say about We Are the Strain? So, looks like no one's really heard this movie before. And if you're ever interested in seeing the movie, I'll find a link to the movie and just leave it in the description below, along with the trailer. And watch it and tell me what you think of it. Think it was good, or did you think it was bad? Because I give this film a 4 out of 5. Among the different animation styles out there, from silhouette animation, traditional 2D, stop motion, claymation, 3D animation, which one do you prefer of these? And see you later.